we are called to reflect on our long and determined journey towards a just, democratic, representative, and effective international order. I urge us to move forward with clarity and purpose on three urgent priorities. Number one, we must amplify Africa's voice in every forum, carrying this agenda into bilateral, regional, multilateral engagements so that Africa's message can resonate in every space that we find. Secondly, as the world questions whether the United Nations remains fit for purpose, and I think there is a very big debate about it, we must insist that Africa's continued exclusion is unacceptable and indefensible. At 80, the UN's credibility will be judged by whether it finally recognizes and delivers justice and representation for the 1.4 billion people of the African continent. And third, we must stand united in defending the common African position. To deviate from or dilute it would betray the trust of the very people that elected us. Unity is our greatest strength, and in one voice we must uphold this position with unwavering clarity. Excellencies, Africa carries a disproportionate share of the Security Council's agenda and is among the largest contributors of the UN peacekeeping. Yet we remain the only continent without permanent representation. This historic injustice must come to an end sooner rather than later. Beyond asserting our right, we must be clear about what we seek and how to achieve it. Securing Africa's rightful seats is our common demand. But we must also be prepared to shoulder the responsibilities that come with permanent membership, including how we will choose our representatives. This is a delicate and complex undertaking, but also an opportunity to show Africa's maturity, cohesion, and a vision for an effective international order. We must therefore begin this essential conversation as of immediate. Only then will Africa be taken seriously, and only then can our collective aspirations translate into meaningful global influence. As heads of state and government, we have made a solemn commitment. Our unity is a guarantee of progress, and our shared determination the safeguard against any delay. Kenya reaffirms its unwavering commitment to the common African position. We stand ready to work with the C10 members, the African Union, and the broader UN membership to ensure Africa's demands are no longer deferred. I thank you for your attention.
I thank President Ruto for his intervention.
Your Excellencies, 2025, the 80th anniversary of the United Nations, must be a turning point. The African Union, through the C10, calls on the General Assembly to act decisively. The reform of the Security Council is not a matter of convenience, but of necessity, essential for the credibility of multilateralism itself. On this landmark occasion, we therefore issue a call to all UN member states, and especially the permanent members of the Security Council, to engage earnestly in the reform negotiations and to honor the African common position. Correcting this historic injustice is indispensable to the legitimacy and effectiveness of the United Nations in the 21st century. In conclusion, I wish to invite Your Excellencies to enrich our deliberations today so that this 7th summit becomes a milestone in our common struggle let us reaffirm with one voice that Africa will no longer wait on the margins of history.
Africa deserves permanency at all global decision forums, especially those seized with making decisions related to the maintenance of international peace and security. For 2 decades, the common African position has gained traction with broader support from many interested groups. This is our reminder that our quest to redress historical injustice and advance equality for a more inclusive and representative Security Council is just and commonly shared. Allow me to acknowledge with gratitude the immense support from all interested groups for the Common Africa position, which culminated in the recognition of Africa as a priority and a special case in the reform process.